Hello guys, let's find the value of x for this exponential equation. So the first thing I want to do is write this 4 as a power of 2. So I can write this 4 as a 2 times 2, which is equals to 2 raised to 2. So substitute 4 equals 2 raised to 2, which becomes 2 raised to 2 raised to x minus 2 raised to x plus 1 minus 8 equals 0. Next, I want to exchange 2 and x. I want to take 2 outside and bring x inside. So 2 raised to x raised to 2 minus 2 raised to x plus 1 minus 8 equals to 0. Next, I want to break this 2 raised to x plus 1 using the power law of exponent, which is a raised to m plus n equals to a raised to m times a raised to n. When powers with the same base are being multiplied, the product is given by the same base raised to the sum of exponent, that is m plus n. So 2 raised to x plus 1 can be written as 2 raised to x times 2 raised to 1. So this equation becomes 2 raised to x whole square minus 2 raised to x times 2 raised to 1 minus 8 equals to 0. I want to bring this 2 raised to 1 in the front, which becomes 2 raised to x whole square minus 2 times 2 raised to x minus 8 equals to 0. It looks like this equation is complicated and we can proceed further. But here is the tricky part that's really going to blow your mind. Now what I want to do is substitute this 2 raised to x equals to u. So let 2 raised to x equals to u. Let me clean this part. So now this scary equation turns into u square minus 2u minus 8 equals to 0, which is a simple quadratic equation that is in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a is equals to 1, b is equals to negative 2, and c is equals to negative 8. Now let's solve this quadratic equation using the quadratic formula that says x equals to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. But in this case, we are not finding this x, but instead we are finding u, because we are solving this quadratic equation that is in the form of u. So u equals to minus b means negative 2 plus minus square root of b square means minus 2 square minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 8 divided by 2 times a is 1. And this gives us u equals to negative times negative 2 means positive 2 plus minus square root of negative 2 square means 4. And this minus times minus here gives us plus. And 4 times 1 times 8 means 32 divided by 2 times 1 means 2. Let me write this on top. U equals to 2 plus minus 4 plus 32 means 36 divided by 2, which gives us u equals to 2 plus minus square root of 36 is 6 divided by 2. And this gives us u equals to 2 plus 6 divided by 2 and u equals to 2 minus 6 divided by 2. U equals to, this means 8 divided by 2, which means 4, and u equals to negative 2. Now let me clean this part. So guys, don't forget that we have substituted 2x equals to u. Now substitute the value of u in this equation to find this value of x. So which means 2 raised to x equals to 4 and 2 raised to x equals to minus 2. Because we have two values of u, that is 4 and negative 2. That means we'll have two equations. Now let's take a closer look at this equation, which is totally an invalid equation. Because 2 raised to anything will never give you a negative number. For example, 2 raised to 0 means 1, 2 raised to negative 1 means half, 2 raised to 2 means 4, 2 raised to minus 3 means 1 over 8. So which means 2 raised to any number always gives you a positive number and never a negative one. So because of this, this equation is undefined, which means we will get the value of x from this equation. Now I can write this equation as 2 raised to x, and 4 I can write it as 2 raised to 2. Since the base on the two sides of the equation are same, therefore this exponent on the two sides must also be equal, which means x must be equals to 2. So the value of x is equals to 2. And guys, if you are not sure whether x is really equals to 2, you can plug this x value into the original equation and check. So which means 4 raised to x means 2 minus 2 raised to x means 2 plus 1 minus 8. And this should give us 0. So 4 raised to 2 means 16 minus 2 raised to 3 minus 8. 16 minus 2 raised to 3 means 8 minus 8, which is absolutely equals to 0. Therefore, the value of x equals 2 is absolutely correct. So guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more of these videos in the future.